Hey guys, welcome to our channel. So tonight I want to do a couple videos, but I don't know if I'm going to get to them. But I'm going to start with this first is a weird one. Now I don't know if any of you have experienced anybody that has experienced any, I don't know, say selective amnesia. A family member of mine years back had a weird my dad come and told me that this family member of mine who had known me since I was a kid and known all of my brothers since we were kids, by the way, and all the way into adulthood, and I visited with this family member all the time. And we lived in the same town, so I went over and hung out and like all the time. So, and then one day my dad tells me, well, now she doesn't remember anybody except when you guys were kids and when I was younger, and it's all weird to her that, and when, everybody else, and it's all weird to her that you guys are adults. She hasn't seen any of you, and she doesn't recognize anything. It's a weird thing. And of course, my first thought was stroke or something like that, but I eventually went and visited with her, and then both memory sets started to come back. Like they didn't seem like hers. They just were like these memories were like then it was meshed. And then over time she got used to it, and it was kind of a weird thing, and I to this day I think she's still used to it. I don't know that, but it was weird. It was just kind of this selective back to the 80s, and nothing happened after that, and we couldn't remember. and and there was that, and at the time, I didn't, there was no Mandela effect. I didn't know what the Mandela effect was back in, I don't know when this must have happened, 2011 maybe. I, I didn't know what it was. So if I did, I would have probably put more things together at that time. And then there was the case since I moved where I am, and some of you probably know out here in the West Coast, excuse me, but I had some friends after I got here, and one of them in particular, I had we had plans to go do some stuff, and then couldn't get a hold of them, and they had forgotten, like the last thing they remembered, we got in a fight like a month ago. Well, that was a month ago, 2 months ago, and it was all gone. And I would have thought that was a joke, but then it happened again, and at the same, after the memories had collected, it happened again. And after that, or at the same time, I should say, a completely unconnected set of people completely forgot who I was. And it was a weird thing. I had them on, I was on Facebook, and they weren't sure about who I, and they were asking me how I got on their Facebook. And I, well, guys, we've been friends for 3 years. I mean, or 2 years, going on three at the time, I think. And it was two of them, and neither one of them could remember. And they had a box of stuff that had let them use of my things, and that I let them borrow. And I said, well, that box of stuff, you could probably find it right now in your room. I was like, don't you remember me loaning that all to you? And then they blocked me on Facebook. That was like weird to them that I knew about the box in their room. Well, of course I knew about the box in their room. I loaned it to them, and of the things in it. And to this day, I don't know that they remember who I am. And we were probably on the course to remembering things we probably shouldn't have remembered, that we were piecing things together and looking things up and finding things we shouldn't have known. And I don't know if that I think it all ties in, and that's why I'm doing the video, because I think it all ties into the grand picture of it all. And I'm running this video long, but the point is, I don't know if any of you guys ever ran into any of this weird selective amnesia. Any of your friends, any of you, like, experienced any weird selective amnesia? I know I haven't, that I know of, but several people that I know have, and a lot of it revolved around their knowledge of me. And I found that to be weird and interesting at the same time. So that's about it, guys. Let me know. I'm looking for comments on this one, because I'm looking to know if anyone else has experienced these things before. And if you have, let a comment, thumbs up. I mean, if I don't know if this is a thumbs up, thumbs down video. It probably isn't. But anyway, I'm going to let it go at that. The weird selective amnesia, or I don't know about selective, but almost as if somebody had went into their brains and removed certain memories, just certain ones. I don't know, and I don't know if that's possible. At the time, I was thinking a technology of some sort, perhaps Men in Black type zapper. And I had known people that someone had flashed a light in their face and tried to say something to them, but it didn't work. They just messaged me, and we're all like, "Yeah, this happened," and it didn't work. So I don't know, technology, a flashlight, a laser. I think one person told me. So that's it, guys. Let me know what you think, and thanks for all of your thumbs up, thumbs down, comments, and most of all, subscriptions. And you guys have a great rest of your evening.